Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Kansas Nut, and I need some techies to help me out here, some good electronic techies. But anyway, I'm working on, been studying the PLX series QSC amps, and most of them I've seen. You can get the schematics online, but I'm showing you this because I just do not understand this SG3525 pulse width modulator chip here. I mean, I think I do understand the chips, but I do not understand how they are using it here. And specifics to pins 1 and 2. Okay, so that is your input for the error amp, and that is where you get your pulse width modulation. Easy to understand pin 2, it's just tied to VREF, which is 5.1. 5.1 comes out of pin 15 over there, generated by the chip, and it's a standard hard 5.1 volts. So you have that, then you have pin 1, and it, the error amp, it creates the pulse width according to the difference between those two computer's updating something. Okay, but between those two pins. Okay, but pin 1, primary low. Okay, primary low, what the blazes is that all about? If you go over here to the front end of this where the AC comes in, you see that the circuit establishes its ground, so to speak. And that's the reference point for a lot of the voltages on the front end of the power supply. I get that. So like if you was to take your voltmeter and go from black on that point down there, primary low, and put your red probe here, you're going to have roughly, I don't know, 180 volts, and then keep your black probe here and go red probe up here, you're going to be getting your close to 400 volts, 380, whatever it is. But anyway, so we all understand that the primary low is your reference point. So back over here, this thing is on full bore, the way I see it. It's tied low, primary low on pin 1. Pin 2 has 5.1 volts, so it is on hard with no pulse width modulation. On hard. So how does this thing regulate itself? I don't get it. Also notice here you have a sync input, which I started trailing that. The sync input comes down and is running on this 555 timer down here. Self-contained little thing here, 555 timer. Excuse me here, I lost my page. Touch one button and you're screwed up. So the 550 timer is a self-contained block right there. Okay, no thing there. That means this 3525 is running off this timer down here. It's not even running off its internal oscillator. It's running off this guy down here. So we're back to square one where we're trying to understand the feedback on this SG3525. I don't see it grabbing anything from the secondaries. Doesn't grab anything from the secondaries. Please tell me how this circuit works. How does the feedback work? How does the feedback work? How does it keep you? The reason I'm trying to fix this amp, and there's some hot spots on the board, and I think there's, it almost acts like the power supply just ran away, and I got some bad stuff to change on this. power supply where it burned up the IGBTs and stuff, and I get all that, but I really want to understand how the feedback works on this before I get into it. Anybody can help me out with that? Where is the variable feedback coming from? It looks like a fixed pulse width driving the whole power supply to me. Anyway, unless the schematic is wrong. Any help would be appreciated. Thank you.